The world of super SUVs keeps evolving, but few creations capture pure audacity like the 2025 Audi RS Q8 P900 by Mansory. From the moment the ignition button lights up in vivid red, the driver knows this is not an ordinary RS Q8. It is a statement of speed, art, and engineering excess, an automotive sculpture that fuses German precision with Mansory's obsession for flamboyant individuality. Every curve, every carbon fiber weave, and every interior stitch radiates power and exclusivity. The P900 is not built to blend in, it is built to dominate roads and conversations alike. At its heart lies Audi's already mighty 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, the same foundation that powers many of the Volkswagen Group's performance legends. Yet Mansory's engineers refuse to leave perfection untouched. They extract and amplify, tuning the motor until it becomes a 900 PS powerhouse capable of thrusting this near 2.5-ton SUV to supercar levels of acceleration. With custom turbochargers, recalibrated EQ software, reworked intercoolers, and a freer-breathing titanium exhaust system, the P900 reaches the kind of figures that once belonged solely to limited-run hypercars. The surge of torque is ferocious yet strangely civilized, thanks to the precision of Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system and the refinement of the 8-speed Tiptronic gearbox. Press the throttle and the P900 lunges forward with an immediacy that defies logic. The twin turbos inhale deep, spooling in perfect harmony, and the SUV rockets past 100 km/h in roughly 3 seconds flat. The acceleration is relentless, unbroken, and smooth, as though the car is rewriting the laws of inertia. Yet it never feels chaotic. Mansory's tuning strikes that delicate line between brutality and elegance. The driver remains cocooned in the car's thick-walled serenity, even as the outside world blurs into a yellow and black streak of motion. Visually, the transformation from the stock RS Q8 to Mansory's P900 is nothing short of spectacular. The exterior abandons subtlety and embraces drama. The matte black body finish is complemented by exposed carbon fiber panels that shimmer under sunlight. The new front fascia introduces larger air intakes and a sharply contoured splitter that looks ready to slice through air resistance. Around the back, an intricate diffuser surrounds the trio of exhaust outlets, each framed with yellow accent lines that echo the car's bold interior theme. Even the smallest components, the mirror caps, the roof spoiler, and the air channel fins, are re-engineered for aerodynamics and aesthetics. The wheels, massive 23-inch forged alloys finished in glossy black with bright yellow rims, anchor the car to the ground with visual weight and engineering precision. Wrapped in ultra-performance tires, they contribute not only to grip but to the SUV's unmistakable stance. From behind, the P900's widened hips and signature LED taillights give it an almost predatory posture. Parked under streetlights, the car glows like a stealth fighter waiting for takeoff. Open the doors and an entirely new world unfolds. Mansory's craftsmen have recreated the cabin as a luxury suite on wheels, replacing Audi's conservative palette with bold confidence. The interior glows in vibrant yellow leather that covers every surface: seats, dashboard, door panels, and even the floor mats, contrasted beautifully with matte black trim and carbon fiber inserts. The seats themselves are redesigned for both support and theater. Thick side bolsters hold the driver securely during hard cornering, while intricate diamond stitching reminds you that performance and artistry can coexist. Mansory logos are delicately embossed across headrests and steering wheel hubs, yet in this imagined version they blend seamlessly, no text. Breaking the car's visual purity. The P900's interior ambiance can be adjusted at the tap of a fingertip. The LED ambient lighting system, carried over from Audi's cutting-edge MMI technology, glows subtly around panels and vents. Every toggle switch has a satisfying mechanical feel, and the virtual cockpit display remains as crisp and configurable as in the factory car. However, Mansory's software overlay adds bespoke startup animations and performance telemetry screens showing boost pressure, G-forces, and lap timer data, because even luxury has a racing pulse. Driving the P900 is a dual experience. At city speeds it behaves like a grand cruiser, smooth, controlled, and composed. The adaptive air suspension, retuned by Mansory, soaks up imperfections effortlessly. But the moment you dial the drive mode selector into dynamic or race, the car transforms. Ride height lowers, steering sharpens, and the V8's exhaust flaps open to unleash a deep, baritone growl that resonates through tunnels and turns heads several blocks away. The soundtrack is addictive, rich, resonant, and harmonically tuned rather than obnoxious. It's the auditory equivalent of power dressed in a tuxedo. In corners, the P900 hides its size with surprising grace. Active roll stabilization and a recalibrated rear differential ensure that torque distribution keeps the SUV flat and balanced. The steering, electric yet communicative, allows precise placement even on winding mountain roads. It's not a featherweight sports car, but it dances far more elegantly than physics would suggest. Braking performance is equally immense. Carbon ceramic discs clamp down with progressive firmness, providing fade-free stopping power no matter how long the descent. Underneath, Mansory strengthens key components to handle the increased power output. Reinforced drive shafts, uprated cooling lines, and custom exhaust heat shielding maintain reliability during spirited use. Even with these modifications, the car retains full functionality of Audi's driver assistance systems, from adaptive cruise control to lane keeping assist, ensuring the P900 remains a daily usable masterpiece rather than a temperamental exotic. From a design perspective, the P900 exemplifies Mansory's philosophy: every detail must provoke emotion. The carbon fiber weave pattern across the hood and fenders catches light differently depending on the angle, giving the vehicle a dynamic personality even when stationary. Yellow pinstripes outline aerodynamic elements like veins of energy coursing through the bodywork. Every curve speaks of intent: fast, powerful, unapologetic. The rear diffuser's geometry is so intricate it looks like aerospace engineering. Each outlet and vent serves both function and form, optimizing airflow while creating visual drama. Step back and look at the whole composition, and the P900's proportions feel almost artistic. It's muscular yet balanced, fierce yet refined. Where the standard RS Q8 whispers sophistication, the P900 shouts individuality. The matte black and yellow contrast may not be for everyone, but it embodies a philosophy that celebrates self-expression through machines. For Mansory, cars are canvases, and power is paint. Performance statistics are staggering. Independent tests have clocked the Mansory-tuned RS Q8 P900 at SUV 3-second acceleration times to 100 km per hour and a top speed surpassing 320 km per hour under unrestricted conditions. Those numbers push it into hyper-SUV territory, rivaling Lamborghini's Urus Performante and even brushing shoulders with the Ferrari Purosangue. Yet the P900 maintains 4-seat practicality and luggage space for everyday use. It is, paradoxically, both a family car and a missile. Fuel economy, irrelevant to its buyers. The P900 is not about efficiency, it's about emotional indulgence. Still, the advanced 48-volt mild hybrid system remains intact, helping with stop-start smoothness and electrical demand management. In urban cruising, the car can occasionally deactivate half of its cylinders to conserve fuel, a faint nod to environmental sensibility amid the thunder of horsepower. Safety remains uncompromised. With Audi's suite of radar and camera systems, the P900 benefits from lane assist, emergency braking, and night vision aids. Mansory ensures all modifications maintain the integrity of these systems, blending the extreme with the responsible. The shell's rigidity and the precision of German manufacturing ensure the P900 meets global safety standards despite its aftermarket aggression. Owning a Mansory P900 is as much about experience as it is about specification. Each car is tailored individually. Customers can specify color schemes, material choices, even personalized motifs on seats or door sills. The build process is collaborative. Mansory's designers consult directly with the buyer, often traveling to private garages or residences to discuss preferences. The result is not a mass-produced vehicle but a singular expression of taste and desire. Some owners choose subtle metallic shades and minimal contrast. Others, like the iconic black and yellow configuration, embrace the bold side of performance luxury. Beyond craftsmanship, Mansory offers exclusivity. Only a limited number of RS Q8 conversions reach full P900 specification annually, ensuring that seeing another one on the road is almost impossible. This rarity is a core appeal. The car is not only fast and beautiful but also a social symbol of distinction. Wherever it appears, be it Monaco, Dubai, London, or Beverly Hills, it draws crowds, phones, and admiration. Critics sometimes label Mansory creations as excessive, yet that criticism misunderstands the point. Excess is the brand's language. Where Audi engineers build rational perfection, Mansory injects passion, rebellion, and a sense of theater. The P900 represents that collision of order and chaos, German discipline colliding with design bravado. The result is unforgettable. Driving long distances in the P900 reveals its dual nature. On highways, the cabin isolates occupants from wind and tire noise. Adaptive suspension smooths out imperfections, transforming high-speed travel into effortless luxury. The 3D Bang & Olufsen sound system, calibrated specifically for the new interior acoustics, delivers concert hall clarity. When the road opens up, switching to manual mode and using the paddle shifters turns the journey into a symphony of speed. Each gear change produces a crisp bark from the exhaust, echoed by a slight kick that reminds the driver this isn't just transport, it's performance art. In city environments, the P900 commands attention but remains surprisingly manageable. Parking sensors, 360-degree cameras, and precise throttle mapping make urban maneuvering easier than expected. Pedestrians often stop mid-stride to photograph it, drawn by the interplay of black carbon and yellow leather glowing through tinted glass. At night, under streetlights, the car's silhouette becomes even more mesmerizing. The matte surfaces absorb light while the yellow highlights trace its shape like luminous outlines on a stealth aircraft. Maintenance and ownership of such a machine demand understanding. Service intervals are similar to Audi's schedule, but parts and expertise are specialized. Mansory provides a network of certified partners who handle everything from software diagnostics to body repairs. Costs are predictably high, yet owners are rewarded with the satisfaction of owning one of the most distinctive SUVs on Earth. Insurance premiums mirror the vehicle's rarity and capability, high, but proportionate to the exclusivity it provides. Environmentalists may frown upon a 900 horsepower SUV, but Mansory counters with the argument of craftsmanship longevity. Each car is built to outlast disposable trends. Owners keep them, cherish them, and often display them like art pieces rather than daily commuters. In a world shifting rapidly toward electrification, the P900 stands as one of the final expressions of pure internal combustion extravagance, a tribute to power, sound, and mechanical emotion before the quiet hum of the electric age takes over. Yet the P900's beauty is more than mechanical. There's an undeniable artistry in how the details align. The perfect stitching on leather seats, the seamless carbon fiber transitions, the symmetrical balance of the diffuser. Mansory doesn't simply modify, it redesigns with purpose. Every line tells a story of experimentation and mastery. Even the headlights, though Audi's design, appear more intense when framed by Mansory's angular bodywork, like the eyes of a predator sharpened by evolution. For the driver, emotional connection defines the experience. Start the engine early in the morning, and the deep idle rumble reverberates through quiet streets. As the car warms, the sound matures into a controlled roar. The first acceleration out of a corner feels intoxicating. The sense of instant thrust, the weight pressing you into the yellow leather seat, the visual feast of digital gauges dancing to the rhythm of power. Few machines manage to merge sensory overload with refinement this completely. Even standing still, the P900 exudes authority. The matte black paint absorbs sunlight, while its carbon panels glisten under close inspection. The texture difference between surfaces adds depth. Smooth paint, glossy fiber, and bright yellow accents combine like a high-fashion ensemble. Every reflection tells a different story. Walk around it slowly, and it feels alive, changing mood with light and shadow. For all its boldness, the P900 maintains precision. Mansory doesn't simply replace parts for show, each aerodynamic element has purpose. The extended front splitter reduces lift at high speed. The side blades channel air to cool brakes. The roof spoiler generates stability without excess drag. Even the rear diffuser's complex fins manage airflow with measurable efficiency. These aren't random flourishes, they're functional beauty. In daily use, the car surprises with comfort. Despite low-profile tires and stiffer suspension, the ride remains composed. Adaptive dampers adjust instantly to road texture, and cabin insulation filters harsh frequencies. It's a paradox. A super SUV that feels just as at home gliding through rain-soaked boulevards as it does tearing across mountain passes. Drivers can commute in it, travel in it, or simply admire it parked under their villa's portico, it performs every role with equal drama. There's also pride in knowing the P900 represents craftsmanship few brands dare attempt. Each bolt, each leather panel is touched by human hands. Mansory's ateliers operate more like bespoke tailoring houses than car factories. Attention to microscopic details, stitch alignment, gloss depth, carbon fiber direction, creates an emotional resonance that no mass production line can replicate. Ultimately, the 2025 Audi RS Q8 P900 by Mansory is an anthem of individuality. It celebrates what cars can still be when imagination leads engineering rather than regulations alone. It invites its owner to participate in the performance, to play the role of conductor while 8 cylinders compose their thunderous symphony. It may be excessive, impractical, and unashamedly loud, but it is also glorious, rare, and unforgettable. In a world moving toward quiet efficiency, the P900 reminds us of why we fell in love with cars in the first place. The sound, the sensation, the spectacle. It's the grand finale of the combustion era dressed in carbon and gold. And for those lucky enough to own one, it's not just a machine, it's a declaration that passion still matters more than convention.